Atiefo eha eye Sunkwa TV. Sunkwa TV dia wonim se audios ahodo ekoso platforms ahodo ne Ghana hansem na yede bro. Na eneno yakeka audios bia bom a efa NDC ne president Mahama omo amamu omo bebu ye ho. Na mempese meka enseme wo audio num no. Mepese wa ankasa obeje bre no wati audio no akosi. Na answer na beko no so subscribe to channel na subscribe to channel na click notification bell no so we no wa like it no wa share video no so ama afofro yentie audio no munse.
I'm the only president in the Fourth Republic where all organized labor came together and went on strike and shut down the country, you know. And so it had been going on for some time. Doctors went on strike, nurses went on strike, laboratory technicians went on strike, pharmacists went on strike, teachers went on strike, you know. And so I went to Botswana on a state visit. And anywhere I went as president, I met the Ghanaian community. And so I met the Ghanaian community and we were talking, they were asking questions about Ghana and all that. And I'm overshooting my time. Okay, I have only 10 minutes more. Don't worry, I'll try and summarize. And somebody asked me about labor and rest and all that. So I was talking about, I'd come up with a principle. I said, look, if it's not in the budget, I'll not pay it. And so I told them, I said, any demand you want as a labor union, make sure that before the budget is passed, you agitate and have it included in the budget. Once the budget is approved by Parliament, we all must have the discipline of living by it. And then I went to noon and went and added, I said, anyway, I've been the most striked against president, so I've developed the dead goat syndrome. Because when you kill a goat, you can't frighten it with a knife again. You know, really? I don't know why I said that, but then of course, our opponents took it and said, you see, he says the dead goat. On Ghana for funu. How do you say it? Funu. They said I said I'm funu. So Ghanaians can complain, I won't mind them. But I mean, they of course took it out of the context in which I said it.
What has happened is in election years, I mean, trade unions and everybody sees that government is in a vulnerable place. And so that's when demonstrations and things, agitations for increased pay and all that begin to happen. And because of the sensitivity of the period and probably the fear of losing elections, government, you know, normally would give in to some of these pressures. And before you see, the budget is out of sync. And then when elections are over, and government is installed, you have to start the belt tightening all over again. The advantage going for me is I've seen more demonstrations and strikes in my first 2 years. I don't think it can get worse in the second 2 years. And it is said that when you kill the goat and you frighten it with a knife, it doesn't fear the knife because it's dead already. So I have the dead goat syndrome going forward.
The reason you have to be stronger, better, and united for a better Ghana is that currently nobody, I mean nobody, N-O-B-O-D-Y, nobody is feeling your better Ghana. Continuous doomsaw, corruption from top to bottom, left, right, inside, out, and all the challenges you are facing that is suffocating the Ghanaian people. We would have thought that perhaps you may have used an occasion like this to discuss policies, programs, and solutions to all the difficulties we are facing as a nation. But no, you chose today to share your Christmas gifts with each other. Ghanaians are not happy at all. This blowing year is dry, too dry. So, the most painful thing of all is that you don't care. Your NDC, continue. We are watching you. Ghana is watching you. Do what you want to do. We also know what you will come and do. So, as I wish you well to elect your executives, make sure you elect executives who will be able to steer your party's affairs when you are in opposition.
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering. And farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering. And industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering. And Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering. And men are suffering. Women are suffering. And children are suffering. And Ghanaians are suffering.
We will remember 8 years of corruption. We will remember Wyoming. We will remember Sada. We will remember Suba. We will remember Bass Branding. We will remember all the monies they have appropriated to themselves on Wednesday. When we take our ballot paper, on Wednesday, we will remember the arrogance of the NDC government. We will remember their lies. They've insulted doctors. They've insulted teachers. They've insulted nurses. They've insulted ordinary citizens of Ghana for asking them how they are using our money. We will remember that the 200 senior secondary school they couldn't build. We will remember that under NDC, various stages of completion means bare land and a billboard. We will remember the almighty incompetence. We will remember that they have doubled the interest rate in 4 years. We will remember that when they took over, the exchange rate was 1.2 to a dollar. Today it's 4.3 to a dollar. We will remember that they haven't solved doomsday after 5 years of hardship. We will remember all of their incompetence and mismanagement. We are saying to the NDC that we see you all right. You want us to see you? We see you, but we see incompetence. We see you, but we see corruption. We see you, but we see mismanagement. We see you, but we see bad governance. We see you, but we want change. We see you, but we want Ghana to move forward. That is why I have decided, and all the youth of this country, and all the well-meaning people of this country are saying, we need an incorruptible leader. We need a competent leader. We need a selfless leader. We need a visionary leader. We need a leader with good judgment. We need a leader who is selfless and loves this country more than his pocket. We need Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Time you mention Mahama or NDC, say incompetent. That's why you hear Baumia and say incompetent Mahama administration, incompetent. You've never held any responsibility anywhere near presidency before. You don't know what it is like to be president. I will take that word from Kufuor or from Rawlings because they've been there before. All of you guys have never ever come near the presidency. You know what it is to be a president? And you stand and say, incompetent Mahama administration, incompetent Mahama administration. Choboy, what do you know about competence? All of them, in the offices they occupy, they should show us what competence they displayed.